graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. Kahoks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. And boy, does it feel good to say that. I'm Todd Duke, and we welcome you to some Lady K-Hawk basketball. Finally, here we are in the year 2021, and it has been 332 days since I last was able to say that. And the last home game, by the way, for anybody here was February 25th. That was a boys' win over Belleville East, 51-43. So 346 days since I have been in this gymnasium. And if you want to talk about girls basketball, well, they hosted regionals last year, beat Belleville East, lost to Edwardsville. So it's been 350 days since I have been in this gymnasium covering girls basketball. Welcome once again into the broadcast booth, so to speak, here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. First thing you'll notice is we have a little bit of a different view this time since there's very little fans allowed in this game. We decided to move and give everybody a side-by-side view instead of from one end to the other end. And right now you might notice there's no scoreboard on my screen. Still working on that problem after not having anything hooked up for almost a year, it seems like. Things just didn't work out the way they were supposed to, and the scoreboard is one of those things. The scoreboard company is in Germany. I already reached out to them yesterday, but by the time I did, it was already Saturday there, so they're probably out of the office until Monday. So, anyway, here we go. Welcome into the Chiropractic Works Pregame show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We are getting you ready for the first game of the year on the ladies' schedule, and the boys are in Alton tonight. The girls are here playing Alton this afternoon, both of them looking at their first game in quite a while, so we're looking forward to that. On all different things as well. No pregame or postgame interviews in the land of COVID, so we would not have coaches' comments before the game or after the game or players after the game. But I will tell you what I do have. I have myself a multitasker over here to my right. That is our former Lady K-Hawk basketball head coach, and that already feels weird to say just in itself. Lori Billy is going to join us. She's going to operate the camera and provide a little color commentary, and welcome aboard, Lori. Billy, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you so much, Todd. It's so good to be back in the gym.
It is, isn't it? So I know that normally you would have missed this anyway,
Right.
going in from retirement of the basketball coach to a new school year, but a little bit different this time around, isn't it?
It's been really different. Yeah, you know, I people keep saying, do you miss it? Do you miss it? And I do, but it was like, it was hard for me to adjust to it because I knew that we weren't doing anything. Even had I been, you know, had I continued as a head coach, I wouldn't have been in the gym. I wouldn't have been practicing. And so, yeah, it's been a different kind of world for me.
All right, we're going to take our first break here on the pregame show, and when we come back, we'll pass along the starting lineups to you. We have some things that we can talk about since this is the first game of the year. Never really a lot, but we'll find some things to talk about up until the time this game is ready to go, and that'll be just in mere moments, actually. By the way, JV won 38-29. They were trailing at halftime by 5 points, so a nice comeback win by the JV Lady Kahoks. Pregame show continues right after this first time out here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com, that's HIBid.com, to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, welcome back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahoks Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke, Lori Billy alongside as well. Let's tell you what we do know before we get you set for this game between the Lady Kahoks and the Lady Redbirds of Alton. Last year, Collinsville went 16-14 on the year, 6-6 under Lori Billy, who, as we mentioned, retired at season end after 10 years with the Lady Kahoks as the head coach. 130 and 142 was Coach Billy's record. Alton, they went 4-25 last year. They did not win a Southwestern Conference game last year under their first-year head coach, Desiree Howard. She is now in her second year. And replacing Coach Lori Billy is Colin Moore. He was the junior varsity coach under Lori Billy for a number of years, and now he'll get his first crack at taking over on the varsity side. Graduated last year, Collinsville graduated a nice crew. Kristen Mitchell, who finished 4th all-time in rebounds in program history. She led the team in rebounds last year. Faith Liljegren, she left as the Lady Kahoks leader in assists and steals. Katie Knutson led the team last year in points with 432, and Natalie Becker. All 4 of those young ladies graduated. For Alton, they lost Ivory Lacey. She had 37 points. Danita Smith was second in points. 37 was Lacey's rebounds. Danita Smith was second in points last year for Alton with 155. The leader, by the way, was a young lady named Jeremiah Wallace, and she's now a senior, and she had 408 points, and she will get the start here tonight. And Sierra Stahl-Schmidt also graduated from Alton last year. So, Coach Billy, you are familiar with both teams, but obviously more familiar with the ladies in purple and white. I told you who we lost and who we have coming back. You're familiar with them as well.
I certainly am. Very familiar, and I think we've got a really good core right now. We're young. When you look at us, the starters are going to be that sophomore group, and they'll be young, but they're going to be really good. They have the opportunity to grow and get much better. So yeah, I mean, when you lose 4 kids like we lost last year at the senior level, that's a big loss.
Oh yeah.
And they're all contributing at the college level, which is amazing.
Yeah, and they're all doing pretty well.
Yeah,
but they're just getting started too, aren't they?
Absolutely,
yeah.
They are. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
In fact, I watched Kristen play last night, and it was impressive.
Last year, Collinsville swept Alton 65-37 at Alton on the 19th of December, and then a 63-31 win home here on February 4th. I believe that was right before seedings came out. That game was.
Yes, it was.
So some of the returning people that we have this year, this is what they did last year in the games. Jordan Gary scored 5 points. Riley Doyle, who is playing tonight, we didn't think she was going to, scored a couple of points in that first game. Astasia Bush went with 4 points, had 6 rebounds in the second game, and Riley Doyle had 3 points in that game as well. We'll take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along today's starting lineups, and we'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the area. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials, including patio service and curbside pickup. Get yourself a bottle or a growler to go, or dine on their patio where you can hear live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget about Old Herald's open mic night the second and last Tuesday of every month. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com or call 855-8027.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the KHOK Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the KHOK Sports Network and KHOKSports.com.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Just about getting you ready to start here between Collinsville and Alton. Here are your starters. We'll begin with Alton. Number 1, Kalaya Gori, a 5'4" sophomore out there. Jamalia Patterson wears number 2. She's a 5'9" senior. Jermea Wallace, a 5'7" senior, wears number 12. Renee Ragland, a 5'8" junior, wearing number 11. And Adriana Snipes, a 5'7" junior, wearing number 45. For Collinsville, they'll be in the home whites, a little bit of purple on the shoulders, and K-Hawks numbers on the front as well as the words. And here you go. Megan Jansen, the 5'2" sophomore. Astasia Bush, the 5'10" senior. Jenna Scheller, the 6'2" sophomore. And Ella Guerrero, the 5'4" freshman, getting the start tonight, as is Riley Doyle. She is a senior, and young Riley Doyle, 5'8". We're underway, and Alton with the ball on the opening tip, and here we go into the first quarter. Again, we apologize. No scoreboard for you. We're working on that, and hopefully by Tuesday's boys game here, we will have that situation fixed as we're underway here in quarter number 1. Ball on the right side, make that the left side wing. Shot on the three-point side, no good, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Lady K-Hawks bring it up. And a pass over to Doyle, makes her way to the top of the key. I got Alex Paz's flashlight in my way.
Yeah, for sure.
And over onto the far side for Guerrero. Guerrero back to the top for Jansen. Jansen, a handoff from Bush at the free throw line. Bounces it back out over on the left wing for Doyle. Doyle bounces a pass over on the far side for Guerrero. Guerrero on the sideline. Back around front we go. 7:05 left to play here in this opening quarter. No score between Alton and Collinsville. Collinsville's first possession. Astasia Bush with a shot. Rolls off the side of the rim. Rebound belongs to Scheller, and back out front we go once again. Here is Guerrero, and inside it goes to
nice
Scheller.
look.
Wide open off the glass for 2.
Girls. Very nice. Good inside, outside play right there. Good job.
So Collinsville strikes first. 1:15 into this contest. Here is Alton. They bring the ball up across the timeline and a bounce pass over here to Patterson just below our location and right in front of what would be the Collinsville bench, although that is no bench anymore, just a bunch of chairs scattered around.
Yeah, it looks weird for
It does. Here is Gorey. Over onto the far side wing for Snipes. Snipes, you understand, is a transfer from Alton Marquette.
That's what I hear.
Rebound belongs to Collinsville, so no score yet for Alton. Here come the Collinsville Kahawks. Up the court they come. Jansen over in the corner. Had that ball partially tipped, and it comes right down into the hands of Patterson. First turnover of the game for Collinsville, and Alton trying to capitalize, but instead they almost turn it over as well, and this time they do. So Collinsville trying to get out of the backcourt now. Stolen away and off the glass. Good for two for Wallace. We're tied at 2. There's Megan Jansen, the 5'2 sophomore, bringing it up court. 2-2 contest here early in the first quarter. And a ball that was batted out off of a baseline try over there by Guerrero. Now, she's a freshman, so did you know her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
She's been to our camps, and I watched her play for years, and I was thrilled when I found out she was coming to us. So,
Yeah, well, making the varsity team as a
No,
freshman, too.
she's-
Pretty good.
She's a good player. She's a very good player. Good job.
Count the basket from Astasia Bush. And the bruise as well. We have our first foul, and that belongs to the Redbirds. Patterson. Astasia Bush at the free throw line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Megan and Ella together handling the ball between the two of them. They can see the floor really well. Megan just showed that pass that she made inside. Good look.
Savannah McMurray checks into the game for Patterson, so we have our first substitute.
Looks like we might have some blood or something.
I think somebody dropped something. Referee gave
something to her.
Desiree Howard something. She put it in her pocket. All right, here's Astasia Bush, first free throw of this game, and it rims right out. And Bush can't connect. Rebound belongs to Alton. That's their first rebound of this game, and they bring it all the way down, and nope, couldn't make the transition and turn it into points, but they get their own rebound, and they'll set their offense back up once again. Here is Ragland. Over onto the far side wing, that's Snipes. Snipes brings it back around. Another thing you might notice that the girls, yes, they have to wear masks while they play.
Yes, they do. Makes me not sure how I'm breathing well, let alone them.
I know. Nice steal by Bush. And she'll turn it into another foul and another trip to the free throw line.
I got to get used to this camera here, Todd. This is not in my wheelhouse
I know.
normally.
I know. None of this is.
For sure.
Normally I would have a student up here taking care of the camera, and you'd just be standing here with me talking about basketball.
I'm ready for that day.
Yeah. Here is Astasia Bush. Just went 0 for 1 from the free throw line, and now make that 1 for 2 as she hits the front end of 2. Here is Jordan Gary. We saw a lot of her last year on the varsity side. She'll get her first action here this year. She takes the place of Riley Doyle, who, from what I understand, just got cleared to play. So
She did, actually. Yeah, she sustained a pretty severe injury, and we weren't sure she was going to be able to play at all, but the COVID didn't hurt her at this point.
yeah, I'm sure that gives a lot of people time to heal. A miss on the second one, and the rebound belongs to Alton, and the Lady Redbirds bring it back down once again. Here is Wallace. Wallace almost lost the ball, trapped over there.
There it is.
On the right, right wing, and a nice steal. And circling the wagons is Jansen. Scheller for 3. A little off the mark. Just hit that fat part of the iron and came right back,
Yeah.
but rebound belongs to Alton.
And Jenna's very capable of that shot for sure.
Excuse me. Alton with the ball. 4.5 minutes left to go here in this opening quarter. Collinsville up 5-2. I'll try to do a better job of feeding you the score since I don't have a scoreboard. 5-2, 4:25 left. Collinsville with the 3-point lead. Alton with the ball. Boys are playing at Alton today. As soon as we hear anything from there, of course, we'll pass on scores to you. Here is Wallace, and a whistle on the play. And a timeout on the floor. So we will step aside for just a moment as well. And we are back in just a moment here on the Kahawks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, We like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahoks.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Lori Billy with you. We have 4:12 left to play here in this opening quarter, and Collinsville right now up 5-2 as these two teams try to get their basketball legs under them for the first time this year.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue. They literally had a week, maybe, with limited practices prior to that. Very, very limited.
Alton with the ball underneath of their own basket. Inbound pass being triggered by Snipes, and she does so, and wide open in the lane, and being fouled on the way up is Renee Ragland, so we'll have our first Alton Lady Redbird free throw shooter. So each team with fouls now. That was Collinsville's first. Alton already has 2. Here is the 5'8" junior Renee Ragland. And misses on the first one. Congratulations to Kristen Mitchell and her team from Illinois Central College. They beat Moberly Area College today by 1 point, 59-58.
Excellent win for them. Makes them 4-0, I think.
Nice. Next try here from Ragland, and that one makes it. 2-point game, 5-3. Collinsville with the lead. We're just about halfway through quarter number 1. Here come the Kahoks. This is Jansen. Jansen crosses the timeline. Tries it over onto the right side. Picks up her dribble, throws it into Scheller just outside the lane. Scheller has to throw it back. Her momentum was going to take her out of bounds. Comes to Bush, back to Scheller, over to Jansen. Jansen dribbles her way into paint, takes the off-balance shot, couldn't get it to fall, but she'll head to the free throw line for a couple of freebies.
Megan, that's one of Megan's signature moves right there. She's very good at getting to the basket.
Kalia Gorey picks up her first personal foul and her team's third. And a couple of shots coming for Megan Jansen, the 5'2" sophomore, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. And she does.
First free throw is good for Jansen.
It's awfully quiet in here when there's nothing going on.
Very quiet.
I know. I'm like, everybody can hear me doing play-by-play. I hope I don't mess it up. Here's Jansen's second try, and she has that nice long arcing shot, and it hits the bottom of the twine both times.
I get to watch her work on that a lot. She's my neighbor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here are the Lady Redbirds. Gorey out to the top of the key now for Wallace. Wallace will launch a three-point shot. That one just hits the top of the backboard and comes right down into the arms of Jenna Scheller. And here comes Jansen once again. Megan Jansen over to Jordan Gary. Gary, a sophomore this year, saw significant playing time as a freshman last year. Bounce pass back over to the sophomore. Into the corner for the senior Bush. Kicks it out front, top of the key. On the wing, three-point try. That was a little off the mark for Megan Jansen. And a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so no loss there for the Kahoks as Riley Doyle checks back into the game for Jenna Scheller.
I think Riley's trying to feel her way back into this. That's a very unnerving feeling that first time you step on the floor after.
Jordan Gary with a three-point shot. That's an air ball that falls right over onto the other side, picked up by Alton. Collinsville's just their second turnover here so far. Here's a drive by Wallace. She can't finish up, but she gets her own rebound, puts it up, still won't go in. Anastasia Bush ends up with the rebound, and she's fouled. Can't figure out which fingers to put
I
up,
know,
can
right?
he?
I'm still confused. I think he called it on me.
I know. I'm not even wearing a number.
I know, right? He's just used to seeing my face. I think he saw me and said, "You, coach."
Yeah, it's on you.
That's right.
Technical.
I'll take it.
Jermaine Wallace with the foul, her first, team's fourth. There's Jordan Gary over on the far side now for Guerrero. And a tip ball by Bush. Luckily, it came down for Riley Doyle. Doyle with the right-hand dribble hands the ball back off to Jansen. She cuts through some traffic, has that ball knocked out of her hands. And a turnover for Collinsville. And here comes Snipes. Couldn't get it to fall. Jordan Gary with the rebound and a jump ball called.
Good rebound by Jordan. She got herself right in there in the middle and took care of business. It's good for her.
This time the possession arrow in favor of Alton. And the inbound pass will come from underneath of the Alton basket. As Wallace goes to have a seat, Patterson checks back in.
Oh,
that was a nice job by Gary,
Yeah.
but couldn't bounce it to Riley Doyle. And now a try by Patterson, and she'll go to the line.
I don't know. That was a little sketchy, that foul.
I agree.
Foul number 45, Jenna Scheller.
Jenna Scheller picks up her first foul. Collinsville is only their second foul. And 2:19 left to play here in this first quarter. 7-3 in favor of Collinsville. And at the free throw line is Patterson, and she hits the first one. Patterson ready to try once again. And this one misses, and the rebound belongs to Riley Doyle. Doyle gets it up to Bush, who sends it across the court for Jordan Gary. Gary races up that far sideline, cuts back toward the middle. Underhand pass to Bush. Bush gives it back to Gary. Gary swings it around from the slot area over on the far side. Here's Scheller, turnaround jumper, good.
Absolutely, coach. He's yelling, look inside. It's a pretty easy target.
9-4 in favor of Collinsville. We're down to the final minute 50 here in this first quarter. Pass over to Gorey. Gorey with a bounce pass to Patterson. Patterson, top of the key. No-look pass over to Snipes. Snipes, baseball-style pass, and unable to complete it. It goes out of bounds. Fourth turnover of the game for Alton. Collinsville will get the ball back with a 5-point lead and 1:39 left to play here in this first quarter. Isis Rounds, a 5'3" junior, checks into the game for the first time for Alton. I like that name, Isis.
Isis.
It's not a name you hear every day.
No, it's not. Start with an A or an I?
I.
Interesting.
Guerrero over in the corner for Riley Doyle. Doyle across the court, gets it to Jansen. Jansen thought about going inside, but she was double teamed, and now she loses her dribble. Has to get rid of it, does so. Over on the far side for Guerrero. Guerrero from the free throw line takes a shot, won't go. Bounces off a couple of arms before Alton pulls it down, and Lady Redbirds bring it back up with 1:05 left to play here in this first quarter. 9-4 in favor of Collinsville, and another rebound by the Lady Kahoks. They're out rebounding Alton right now 7-5, and a timeout called by Coach Moore, and the Collinsville Kahoks will step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Do you have a big project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking and Excavating can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals, and they specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking and Excavating can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking and Excavating. Check out their website at petrofftrucking.com or call 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking and Excavating, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Todd Duke and Lori Billy back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We lost another great Collinsville legend earlier last week when Bogey Redmond passed away. And
yeah, absolutely. What a great man.
He was here for every boys' game right in the front row. And wasn't a nicer guy around, was there?
No, absolutely not. Just a good heart and a good man.
Here's Scheller for three. Hits the top tip of the rim and out of bounds, but Jordan Gary tried to save it and couldn't do so. She had a foot on the line. I know that him and Rayshawn Taylor talked a lot.
A lot, yeah. Bogey was a good guy. Every
Yep.
time you saw him, he always had a smile and kind words for sure.
Yeah. He, I've read stories from back in the day about the games and stuff like that, and he always, anytime any reporter asked him a question about what he did, he always deflected it to his teammates.
That's who he was.
Yeah.
That's who he was.
Here's Alton. Here's a three-pointer from the top of the key. That's missed. Not a lot of three-pointers falling here
No.
this afternoon. Collinsville picking up the rebound and bringing it up court. Nice moves there by the young Guerrero, and a turnover after that by Jordan Gary on an ill-advised pass. So back the other way we go. And Alton count the basket and the foul against Ragland as well. That one's going to go against Jordan Gary. So Jordan having a little rough patch here. She turns the ball over and commits a foul, so she will head to the bench for a moment. Astasia Bush checks back in to take the young sophomore's place. Ragland is 1 for 2 from the free throw line this afternoon. Only 5 seconds left. Misses. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville, but I doubt they're going to have enough time to do anything with it. Here's Jansen trying to work her way up court, and she'll shove one down there, and that will not quite make it far enough. After 1 quarter of play, Collinsville leads Alton by a score of 9-6. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys' haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, "The usual?" So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Riley Doyle commits a foul right off the get-go, and back to the free throw line will be Jermail Wallace. Actually, this is her first trip to the free throw line, and she'll hit the first one. And now it's a 2-point game, 9-7. Collinsville had a 3-point lead at the end of 1 quarter of play.
And for the Redbirds, number 45, Adrena Snipes.
Snipes checks back into the game. Ragland is out. Next one by Wallace, misses, and the rebound comes right back to her, but it's on the ground, and she tries to get up and take it, but she throws it away instead.
Yeah, we got to do a better job of sealing off that shooter. We kind of let that one slip past us.
So Collinsville gets the ball back, and a underarm shovel pass, from Doyle to Guerrero. Guerrero back over to Doyle on the right wing, and she works her way from that side over to this side and then back to the other side, and she picks up her dribble. Now she's trapped a little bit. Nice job getting it to Scheller, and a tip that goes right back to Doyle. Snipes got that hand on the ball and intercepted a pass from Stasia Bush, and then Bush ends up playing the part of a statue and stands right in the way, and Jordan Gary can't handle the hot pass, and Collinsville commits their 5th turnover.
I think you jinxed him.
I did. I do that a lot.
Uh-huh.
You never knew that, see?
No, I didn't.
Right. I used to jinx you all the time. You'd
Thanks
never know.
Thanks a lot, Todd. Now I know where to go for the blame.
Just underway, quarter number 2. 9-7 in favor of Collinsville. Jayhawks have a 2-point lead, but Alton has the ball. Here is Gorey, spin move, almost lost control of it. Now she does, and she gets it right back, and then rolls the ball over into the corner for Snipes. Snipes with a spin move, gives it right back up, and from the paint, Patterson takes the shot, but it won't go. Rebound belongs to Alton. Here's a three-pointer for Patterson. That's going to be off to the side. All right, excuse me, that was Wallace with the three-point shot. Collinsville gets the rebound. Seems like on every three-point shot we have here in this game, that was a a travel. Every three-point shot is rebounded by the opposing team.
Yeah, right now it's like we're struggling a little bit to get our heads up and get the ball down the floor. You know, these kids get used to the seniors from last year,
right,
and they always handled it and handled the pressure, and they got to learn how to do it. That's all. They'll get there.
They will. Another three-point try. That one's a little bit too strong. Hits the fat part of the iron. Jenna Scheller comes down with it, and then she's fouled as she tries to pass it to Jordan Gary.
Jenna is, she's one of those kids that just, it's deceiving, but she's got a lot of ability, and she can play a lot of different roles on this team.
Tayan Orr, a 5'8 freshman for Alton, came into the game during that last whistle, and she committed the foul, so welcome to the game, Miss Orr. Here's Jordan Gary. Free throw line, picks up her dribble, gives it to Guerrero. Guerrero races in from the corner, has the ball stripped out of her hands. It's on the ground, and it belongs to Alton.
Yeah, Ella is going to be, she's going to be fun to watch. She's got a lot of skill, that kid does.
6 minutes to play. Quarter number 2, 9-7 in favor of Collinsville. We've played 2 minutes here in this quarter, and so far there's been 1 point scored, and that's been by Alton. Over on the far side, Orr with a three-point shot from the corner. And the first three-pointer of the game is hit by Alton, and the Alton Lady Redbirds have their first lead of this game at 10-9. Here's Guerrero up to Scheller as Alton's trying to play a little pressure. A little half-court pressure over to Guerrero. Guerrero dribbles with the left hand into the paint. Underhand shot, can't get it to go. And the rebound belongs to the Lady Redbirds. Alton brings it back up again. Jordan Gary trying to get there, can't do it. The shot by Wallace won't go. The rebound belongs to Riley Doyle, and all the way up to Guerrero. Bounce pass underneath, and Stasia Bush couldn't get it to fall.
So close.
Wide open, and now a back and forth slugfest going on here. Once again, Wallace can't corral it, and she turns the ball over. Back and forth.
That was one of those shots for Stas that it all but went in.
4-0 run here by Alton to start this second quarter. Collinsville looking for their first point in quarter number 2, and we are 3 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jansen. Jansen brings the ball up. Excuse me, that's Jansen.
Yep.
Sometimes I can't tell with the ponytails.
It's hard.
I know.
And masks.
Yeah.
Added bonus.
Corner, Jansen again. Out to Gary. Over to Bush. Bush on the wing.
Good
into
look.
Scheller.
Good
Turn
look.
around off the
Come
glass.
on.
Can't get it to fall.
Goodness,
It's
just
been a little
can't
bit of a
finish.
problem here in this game as you can't get those off the glass to fall. They're just rolling right off the side of the rim.
They're getting looks. They just got to square up a little bit more and be a little more confident. That's all.
4:41 left to play here in this first half. A timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Jayhawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
Todd Duke, Lori Billy back with you. 4:41 left to play here in this first half. 10-9. Alton Lady Redbirds have themselves a 1-point lead. Looking back on the history over the last 22 years that we have stats, Collinsville has owned the Alton Lady Redbirds. 35-3 in the regular season, 2-0 in the playoffs. And Coach Billy here went 15-2 against them in her 10 years as a head coach. One of those things, huh?
Yeah, really was.
Just like Edwardsville owns you, and you kind of owned Alton.
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting because, I mean, Alton's, their kids are athletic, and you can't take them for granted. But fortunately, we always were able to kind of settle them into possession basketball, and that usually made a difference because they really wanted to run and gun.
And there were some close games in those.
Absolutely, there were.
Yeah.
Just recently, we had a pretty close game with them.
Yeah, here's Alton, and they're having a hard time finding that bottom of the basket, too. And now Jordan Gary is fouled as she was headed up court. I believe this one is going to belong to Raglan. Yep, Raglan will pick up her second.
Second one.
16 fouls now for Alton, 4 on the boards for Collinsville. The numbers that matter, though, the score. It's 10-9. Alton has the 1-point lead, 4:15 to go here in the second quarter. Collinsville with the ball. Here's Riley Doyle in the paint. Takes the shot, but couldn't get it to fall. She'll have to go up to the free throw line and get to the hard way.
Good move by Riley. That's a good move. She was one of those kids that could get within about 3 or 4 feet and pull up and shoot a little jumper, and you knew it was going in. So that's a good move on her part.
Tayan Orr, who hasn't been in the game very long, has already picked up her second foul. Here is Riley Doyle looking for her first points, and she'll have to look a little farther. Gorey checks back in for Alton, and Savannah McMurray back into the game for the Lady Redbirds. There's Riley Doyle at the free throw line and hits the second one. We're tied at 10. 4:10 left to play here in this first half. Here is Alton. Wallace on the far side. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but anyway, it's deflected. Collinsville gets the ball back. Chance to get that lead back. Jordan Gary high off the glass.
Jordan.
Good for 2. Here comes Alton.
Turn around and play. Yep.
Yeah,
they're
not wasting
gonna go.
any time.
No,
yeah.
they do not. They do not. That's what they want to do. They want to run and gun, and you can't celebrate for
not even a second.
Not even a second.
Wallace took that one all the way down herself.
Yep.
Here is Jansen, and a foul is going to be handed out to Snipes. And Snipes will pick up her first foul. Team 7, so it's free throw time for the Lady Kahoks, and here's where you make your bread and butter.
Free throws win games.
Yes, they do. They also lose games.
Absolutely.
Ask the Illini.
Yes, sir.
Boy, Mizzou had a whew. I was listening to the Mizzou game earlier today. They were up by 22 points with 10 minutes left. Ended up being up by 1 and ended up winning by 3.
Wow.
Against
That's
Alabama.
Crazy. Oh, my gosh. That's
ranked team.
Crazy how that happens.
I know. So that's another made free throw for Megan Jansen. She's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. I hope I didn't jinx her.
But I was going to say, why?
I'm just putting out information.
There you go.
Nope,
there
I didn't.
You
See?
There you go. That girl, Meg.
I don't believe in jinxes.
Nope.
All right, Collinsville back up by 2, 14-12, 3:30 left to play here in this first half. Shot no good off of the hands of Snipes. Rebounds belong to Jordan Gary once again. Collinsville brings it back up, and it is Jansen. Jansen from one side of the court to the other. Comes over on the left wing. Dumps off a no-look pass to Riley Doyle, and now that pass is on the ground, and a whistle will stop the action here. And they're going to say it was a foul against Riley Doyle.
Oh, foul. Oh.
Her second. 15 foul for Collinsville. And Alton gets the ball back. And they'll bring it up court. Across the timeline, Gorey. Kahoks lead by 2, 14-12. 3 minutes left to play here in this first half. Over to Snipes, back at the top of the key now for Raglan. Raglan takes the three-point shot and misses it. Rebound on the ground, and it is picked up by Scheller after a nice job on the save by McMurray, but she saved it to the wrong girl.
Yeah, I thought she was out of bounds when she saved it, but okay, we'll take it.
Sure, it results in us having the ball anyway.
That's right.
Here is Jordan Gary. Gary at the top of the key. Picks up her dribble over onto the right wing for
inside.
Bush.
Good
Inside
stop.
for Scheller off the glass, and it rolls back out. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in, and she'll head to the line.
Good follow-up. Got her own rebound, went right back up. Good for her.
Raglan picks up the foul. That's her third. She's already in foul trouble, and she will come out of the game. And it'll be Wallace coming back in. And for Collinsville, Oriana Givens checks into the game for the first time. Here's Scheller, free throw line for one, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Collinsville. And Oriana Givens checks into the game, knocks the ball out of bounds.
That's what Oriana will do. She'll get in there and fight. She's going to give you everything she's got.
Ball belongs to Alton. Collinsville leads by 4 now. 2:20 left to play here in this first half. And here is Wallace. Wallace at the top of the key, being pressured over there by Bush. Bush almost knocked it away from her.
Tell me how that's not 6 feet closely guarded. Come
on.
Got to have a count there.
And a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Redbirds, though, so they'll get to keep it, but that arrow will change directions now. And the inbound pass will be triggered by Wallace. Wallace looks and lobs a pass, and that was a nice interception by the free safety there, Jordan Gary.
Yep. She's been working on that.
She was just standing there waiting for it, but
Her first personal foul, 10th team foul.
10th team foul as another one was handed out to Snipes. That's her second. So Jordan Gary will head to the free throw line for 2.
Going to the line for 2 shots will be number 25.
Jordan Gary, her first trip to the free throw line here in this game. Kahoks up by 4, 16-12, 2:07 to play here in this first half. And no good.
Coming back in the game for
one of the things that practice helps you with is, when we are able to have these like normal practices, we work a lot on free throws, and you can tell the girls are just a little rusty.
That's to be expected.
Absolutely.
And that next one's
girl.
good.
Get the second one. Always work to get that second one.
Pass comes all the way up to Wallace. Wallace on the right wing in front of the Kahoks bench will give the ball up now to Snipes. Snipes into the paint in front of the free throw line, takes the shot off to the left and out of bounds, and last touched by Jenna Scheller, I believe. Boys are playing at Alton today. Haven't gotten any updates yet, so we'll pass them along to you when we do. It's their first game too, so they're a little rusty on the upticks on the updates. Alton gets to keep the ball once again, but we'll be back in this gym Tuesday for some boys action. They are taking on Belleville East, while the girls will be at Belleville East. That is the way this basketball schedule will work this year. Whoever is at home will be the other teams playing on the road at the same school. Wallace couldn't get it going, and a foul coming up against Jordan Gary. I didn't see it. The girl ran right into her.
She did. I think Jordan knocked the ball loose, and she grabbed it, and it kind of went into, I think it was Jenna's stomach. I'm not really sure, but I didn't see the foul.
Wallace at the free throw line. Misses.
Of course, I might not see many fouls that happen against, with white.
No, you have those purple and white blinders on, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Next one from Wallace. That one's good, so she is 2 for 4. 17-13. Collinsville with the lead. 1:40 left to play here in this first half. Here is Astasia Bush, top of the key, over onto the wing for Jansen. Jansen dribbles it around and underneath for Scheller, but it gets knocked out of her hands. Thankfully, Bush picks it up, and a pass underneath for Scheller. Oh, beautiful.
It's a great play. Great eyes.
Yeah, Guerrero for a freshman there. She knew exactly what she was doing.
That's what I said. She and Megan are a lot alike when it comes to that, because they can really see the floor, and they're selfless. They're gonna throw the ball wherever they need to get the points.
Another turnover for Alton, as Wallace couldn't keep that one from going out of bounds. Collinsville brings the ball back up court with 1:10 to play, and the Lady Kahoks have a 6-point lead. They led by 3 after 1. Trailed here for just a moment by 1, but then they came right back. Here's Astasia Bush over to Guerrero. Guerrero, free throw line, takes the shot and had that one partially blocked, and it comes down into the hands of the Alton Lady Redbirds. Under a minute to go. Here's Snipes off the glass, good for 2.
2 points. Adrena Snipes.
That's her first points of this game, by the way.
Wow.
40 seconds left to play here in this first half. Over onto the wing. That is Givens, and foul called on the floor. This one is going to go against, looks like Tayanora once again.
Redbirds foul number 21.
Yep.
Wow.
She has not played that many minutes, and she's already up to 3 fouls.
They might want to let her rest a little bit.
35.1 to play. Givens at the free throw line. Good on the first.
Good for Givens. That was the third personal foul on Orr, and
One more coming up. Kahoks trying to get to 20 in the points, and that was a little short. Rebound belongs to Alton, and the turnover belongs to Alton also. Rolls right across the rim, but Bush is there with another rebound. Over to Jansen, over to Guerrero. There was already 2 girls in the backcourt waiting for the transition play, and it never happened. This is a long shot and a long rebound, and Alton brings the ball back up after that rebound. Here is Wallace. Oh, there's a trip by Jenna Scheller. Kind of stuck that leg out there. They call that tripping in hockey.
Yeah. That probably should have been a charge. It's hard to get girls to commit to a charge sometimes. We teach it, that's for sure, but it's scary when they're coming at you like that.
Savannah McMurray will check back in and take the place of Tayan Orr, who has 3 fouls, and back to the free throw line. It is Wallace. She is 2 for 4 from the charity stripe today. And the first one's good. Boys are up 32-18 at halftime.
Nice.
And whoosh, right around the rim. Comes back out for Collinsville. And the Kahoks bring it up with 5 seconds left. Here is Jansen. Jansen dribbles. Puts up a shot from three-point land. Doesn't hit the mark, and that's the buzzer. And at the end of 1/2 of play, Kahoks lead this one over the Alton Redbirds by a score of 20-16. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and pass along some halftime stats to you in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? Well, if your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. So, for the safe storage of all your toys, contact the GASA storage team. GASA storage at gmail.com or call today, GASA 797-6100. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121 or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. and termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the K-Hawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We are at halftime of this girls' game, and your Lady K-Hawks lead by a score of 20-16. They are at halftime up in Alton as well. The boys are playing their first game of the year, and at halftime, Collinsville has a 23-18 lead. JV game here was won by the girls earlier. That was 38-29. And here, as I mentioned, it is 20-16. Collinsville led by 3 after one quarter of play when it was 9-6. They then outscored Alton in that second quarter 11-10, and that brings us to our 20-16 halftime score with Collinsville leading by 4 at the end of one half of play. Leading scorer in this one thus far is Jenna Scheller. She has 8 points, all coming from pretty much right underneath the basket. After that, Megan Jansen has 4 points. All 4 of her points are coming from the free throw line. Astasia Bush has 3. Jordan Gary has 3 points, and then 1 point each for Riley Doyle and Oriana Givens. For Alton, they are being led in points by Jermea Wallace. The 5'7" senior has 7. After that, 3 points each for Renee Ragland and Tayan Orr. 2 points for Adrena Snipes and 1 point for Jamelia Patterson. Other numbers that we have for you, Collinsville out-rebounding Alton 14-11 right now. Each team turned the ball over 9 times in that first half. And from the lines, Collinsville 8 of 13 from the free throw line, while the Alton Lady Redbirds are 5 of 11. And the three-point line, lots of shots, kind of, sort of. Not a lot falling. Collinsville is 0 for 6 from beyond the three-point stripe, while Alton has hit 1. That belonged to Tayan Orr, and the Alton Lady Redbirds are 1 for 7 from the three-point stripe. So that's a look at your first half stats. We'll step aside for just a moment, and when we come back, Coach Lori Billy and I will have second half action for you, and that'll be coming up in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Khawk Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School, just about ready for second half action. I am Todd Duke, Coach Lori Billy, former Coach Lori. See, I got to get used to that too. Former Coach Lori Billy is on the other microphone, and so let me get your thoughts, your assessments on the first half of girls basketball post Lori Billy.
Well, you know what? Based on what these kids have been through and the lack of practice and time, they're doing just fine.
They are leading by 4, and
winning.
The Khawks are with ball once again. Here is Scheller. She'll play a little give and go with Jansen, and then Riley Doyle with the ball. Back to Jansen. Jansen with a three-point shot. That one misses. Collinsville 0 for 6 from the three-point arc in that first half, while Alton only hit 1. They went 1 for 7.
You know, these kids are capable of shooting 3. I think they just need to relax and kind of let the game come to them.
So the score remains 20-16. Another turnover. That's the 10th turnover for Alton. Jordan Gary now with the ball. In case you're just joining us, we do not have a scoreboard right now. We're working on that, so we hope by Tuesday we'll have one for you. Here is Jansen over to Scheller from offset left free throw area and couldn't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to the Alton Lady Redbirds. A little backcourt pressure being put on, and then it looks like we're going to have a foul against Jansen. Jansen will pick up her first.
I don't know.
I didn't see anything either, yeah.
Little pressure doesn't mean it's a foul.
No. Let the kids play. They've been waiting for so long to play. Let them play.
They're wearing masks. Give them a break.
Yeah, that they are. And best thing I have found about masks is no one can read my lips.
That's true.
So whatever I'm saying underneath my mask, you have no idea. I'm just kidding. I'm a nice guy. Here's a little shot from inside the paint. That was off balance, and then it bounced off a rim a couple of times and went in.
That's the difference. We can't seem to get those to roll.
I know. 2-point game now. Collinsville up 20-18. Khawks with the ball. Here is Jansen over onto Gary, over to Bush, and a cross-court pass. Wide open Riley Doyle for 3. She's the big three-point shooter on this team, I would imagine, this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
honestly, like I said, we've got kids that are very capable of it. They just kind of got to relax. And
that rebound belonged to Alton afterwards, and a put back up and in after another rebound by Wallace, and we're tied 20 apiece. Collinsville only trailed in this game once so far, and it was by 1 point, and it didn't last very long. Right now we're tied at 20. Jansen over to Jordan. Jordan back over to Jansen. And at the free throw line, it's Scheller over to Astasia Bush. Ducks around one. Baseline drive off the glass. Can't get it to go, and out the other side. Scheller couldn't get there. Gorey did. Alton brings it up, and Jordan Gary had to duck.
I think it hit her head.
I think it did too.
And knowing Jordan, she smiles and just keeps going.
We think she's smiling.
She's smiling. I can tell. I can see it in her eyes.
Yeah, I've become a much better eye reader these days. I can tell when people are smiling or when they're mad by looking at their eyes because you can't see anything else. Here's a shot, and that one does everything but go in. Rebound belongs to Alton, and back up and in. It goes for Raglan, and a 2-point lead now for the Alton Lady Redbirds, and Coach Moore is going to call a timeout, and I can't say that I blame him after
It's a good timeout.
a little bit of a rough start there. We'll keep it here. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here for a second and talk about things.
Settle them down. Let them get their feet under them. They're okay.
It's always a little rough after coming out of the locker room sometimes, after relaxing for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's funny because the group last year, our first half was usually sleepy, and we'd come out in the second half and kind of spark and catch up. But different groups do different things. So. And
I don't envy playing in a mask, that's for sure.
No. And like I said, limited practice time, limited game time, even the experience. You got kids that are playing varsity basketball right now that haven't had that much time on the court at the high school level, let alone at the varsity level.
Well, I guess the kids try to put up a good front and let everybody know that they're doing okay and everything's acceptable. Some of this stuff bothers them too.
Sure. They're tough. They're tough kids. We've got good kids in this program, I can tell you that.
Here's Jansen across the court now for Gary. Gary dribbles, top of the key, back to Jansen, into the right corner. And now at the free throw line for Bush. Back to Jansen. She's wide open. Here comes a three. Oh, we just can't buy a three-point basket, but Scheller will put it back up and in for two.
Good putback. Right in the right spot.
Collinsville ties it back up. And, Scheller said
Good
not
job,
today.
Jenna. Good job.
Smacked that one right out of the hands of Patterson. And here is Jansen. A bounce pass to Guerrero. Sidestep. Take a shot. Can't get it to go, though. And the rebound this time belongs to Alton. That was some good play there on both ends by
Absolutely.
Collinsville. Pass comes up for Gorey and turn around, takes a shot. Wow. That was a pretty nice-looking shot there.
Yeah.
She picks up the foul along the way. A chance to put this into a three-point play and take a three-point lead. Scheller picks up her third foul. Two fouls in this second half now for Collinsville. Nothing on the board in that category for Alton. And now Alton would like to take a timeout as well. So we will step aside for this timeout, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
We are back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke. Lori Billy, the former Lady Kahawk basketball head coach, joining us. And she said that she's going to join us on almost all the Saturdays that she can. I don't know if people know this or not, but the way the schedule worked out, it's kind of weird that the Collinsville girls basketball team is going to have a home game every Saturday afternoon from now until the middle of March.
Yeah, ask me how many Saturday games we played.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not many.
No, I remember a couple against Highland here and there, but other than that, man, I didn't step foot in this gym on Saturdays usually.
Yeah. Well, and if we played them, it was, like you said, it was limited. Triad, played a couple of triad.
Right. And another, boy, the timeouts are flying here faster than the baskets are. We'll keep it right here and talk about things for a little bit. Toughest place for you to play? At, not home, at.
There were a couple. I'll be honest with you. Alton is not an easy place to play. Just the gym setup is kind of different. Edwardsville's never easy to play. It's just the atmosphere there. But
how about non-conference? What's the toughest non-conference home or away game to play in? Mater Dei? Ever played Mater Dei?
To be honest with you, well, we did play Mater Dei. Jerseyville.
Yeah.
Jerseyville's gym, even the new one, is not well lit, and it just seems very dark in there when you're playing, and so it was not a friendly floor.
Mater Dei's a little dark too. I used to do games out there, and they got that stage right at the end of their basketball court.
Altoff's the same way. Yeah, Altoff is the same way. So I always think our gym is the best.
Oh, of course.
Belleville
that's
East,
what.
and I know Belleville East fans and Coach would agree with me. Belleville East is usually the coldest gym in the conference.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to ask you where's your favorite place to play because I already knew the answer to that question.
Yeah, no, it's I'm in it.
All right, Alton with the ball, and the Redbirds have a lead. We have 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. It's 24-22. 2-point lead by Alton. Here is Snipes, then she'll turn that ball over. Collinsville will get it back, and Collinsville a chance to tie it or take the lead themselves. Here is Jordan Gary. Gary will get the ball over to Doyle. Doyle into the corner for Jansen. Jansen trying to dribble, turns around, and that baseline cut off. She'll turn around, take the shot anyway. Can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up, still can't get it to go in. And this time the rebound belongs to the Lady Redbirds, and here is Wallace. She can't get it to fall, and turned around by Ragland. Out to the far side wing, Gorey. And Gorey will score 2.
Yikes. Sorry, that was a travel. She picked both feet up.
And a flurry of action there will extend the Alton Lady Redbird lead by 4, 26-22. 4:05 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Jansen to the free throw line area for Bush, into the corner for Doyle. Doyle dribbles, tries to cut through the paint, has the ball knocked out of her hands, and that is going to be a foul against Jermea Wallace. Should be her second.
Redbirds foul number 1, Kalia Gorey.
Oh, they gave them put on Gorey.
Foul, first team foul.
Huh.
She wasn't anywhere near that
you.
ball.
I thought, yeah.
All right. Back into the game comes Orr, as well as McMurray for Alton, as Patterson will head to the bench. And another exchange of players coming in. Here's Isis Rounds once again. Collinsville's ball. Riley Doyle will inbound. She'll do so underneath of her basket. All the way to the wing. 3-point shot, Guerrero. That was another air ball. Second time Collinsville's totally missed on a 3-point shot. Not their forte today. And now we're going to have a foul. It's going to get handed out to Guerrero. Guerrero will pick up her first.
Ella Guerrero. That's her first personal foul, 13 foul. Kalia Gorey at the line.
4-point lead for Collinsville, and here is Gorey at the free throw line. Her first trip to the charity stripe here in this contest. Matter of fact, her first points scored in this game have been in this half. She now has 5 points, all coming here in quarter number 3. Obviously the biggest lead of the night for Alton. 5-point lead. They had a 1-point lead for just a little while in the first half, but Collinsville erased that. But now the Kahoks are going to have to work to erase a 5-point lead. Ricky Merlack comes in. Lady Kahawk golfer. I had a chance to interview her on the This Week in Kahawk Nation show we did while we were shut down. Very nice young lady.
She's a very sweet girl.
Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up. Here is a nice little drive by Givens. And Givens gets Collinsville back to within 3. And trying to split all kinds of players. And in the process, scores 2 more points. That is Gorey. 29-24. 3:25 left to play here in this third quarter. Into the corner it goes for Astasia Bush. Bush back around this way for Givens. Givens. Shot high off the glass, won't fall. Rebound, and that one's a whistle. Stays with Collinsville. You all right over there?
Yeah, no, a little something went down the wrong pipe over here.
Hate it when that happens.
I know.
Especially when you're on the air.
All right, exactly. Got to be in charge of the camera, can't cough, can't,
Patterson checks back into the game. So McMurray didn't stay out there very long that time. Here is Megan Jansen. Jansen on the far side sideline. Gives it up into the corner. Givens with a 3-point shot. That one misses everything, but it did hit a little bit of backboard. There's an outlet pass all the way up for Rounds and off of her foot and out of bounds. And we'll go back the other way. Collinsville 0 for 11 from beyond the 3-point stripe.
Yeah, like I said, they just need to one hit. If they get one, I think it'll ease up for them and they'll get a little more confident about it.
Here's Jansen, dribble drive just outside the perimeter. Pulls up, bounce pass, that's kicked.
I would say so.
And you're not allowed to do that in basketball. That's only allowed in soccer.
Coming back
Just like you can't pick up a soccer ball and dribble.
Right.
On a soccer game, you can't kick a basketball during a basketball game. So I've been told. 29-24, 5-point lead belongs to Alton. 2:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Inbound pass comes in, and over the back going to be called against Renee Ragland. And I believe that'll be her fourth.
Redbirds foul number 11, Renee Ragland. That's her fourth.
It is.
Second team foul.
Second team foul for Alton. Inbound pass coming in from Jordan Gary once again. Gary lob the ball back over to Jansen. Jansen lobs it back into the paint, back out to Gary. Gary drives across the lane, bounces it, tries to find Givens, but she got tripped up, and now Collinsville will commit turnover number 10.
Checking back in for the Redbirds, number 21, Tayan Orr.
Tayan Orr checks back into the game for Alton. And the Redbirds have a 5-point lead, looking to add to it. Into the backcourt. And bringing the ball up will be Snipes. Snipes.
You know, this is good for these kids. They need to learn how to figure out how to win through some adversity. So
Snipes dribbles her way outside the lane, and a foul coming up. This one might go against Jansen again. And it will. That'll be her second. She didn't have any fouls in the first half. Picks up 2 here in the third quarter.
Second personal foul, fourth team foul.
2:20 left to play. Third quarter. 29-24. 5-point lead for Alton. At the free throw line, Snipes. She only has 2 points, and this is her first trip to the line, and she'll miss the front end. We will be doing some JV games this year, in case those of you that were wondering, just couldn't do it today. And out of bounds it goes.
Ooh. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
I think I'm confused.
Lori Billy says, what are they doing here? Then, I definitely don't know.
Yeah, well.
Substitutions, but it took a little bit of time, and things seemed a little weird. Inbound pass and a give and go. Underneath the basket to Patterson. It won't fall, but she will go to the line. And Collinsville piling up here on the fouls. That's Doyle's third, and Collinsville already has 5 with 2:17 left to play here in this third quarter. Got another quarter to go, kids.
Yeah, they're playing a little shaky right now. They need to just settle down. And
nothing doing on the first try for Patterson. She went 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line. Jenna Scheller will check back in. Jansen will now head to the bench. And one more shot coming for Patterson, the 5'9" senior. Hits the second one. And now it's a 6-point lead. Collinsville, only 4 points here in this third quarter thus far. Here's Bush. Across the way we go for Guerrero. Into the corner for Doyle. She got double teamed, got out of it. Now back out front now for Jordan. Underneath for Scheller, and Scheller knocks the ball out of bounds. Into the third quarter up in Alton. Collinsville with a 10-point lead, 38-28.
come on, boys. Girls got to come back, and boys got to hold them.
3-point shot, top of the key, no good. And there is Orr with the rebound. And the Alton Redbirds put it back up. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahoks bring it up. Oh, Jordan Gary wasn't ready for the pass.
No.
And that is the third turnover in a row for Collinsville without seeing any points scored. Collinsville, only 4 points here in this third quarter. Maybe the fourth quarter will be the charm.
I'm hoping. We need to get a couple quick buckets right here. Settle ourselves down and play some defense.
Well, on defense right now as Gore crosses the timeline with 90 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. 30-24, 6-point lead for Alton. Bounce pass to Patterson, and she travels. Alton's turned the ball over quite enough as well. They have 13. Collinsville has 12. As the inbound pass will come in front of the Alton bench from Jansen, who did not stay out very long, to Guerrero. Guerrero, the freshman, over to Jansen on the wing. Cross-court pass for Doyle. Doyle bluffs the three, pulls it down, splits the defense with a pass. Now Jansen for three. Oh, I thought that was good. That looked good from here.
It sure did.
Here is a great rebound, though, by Doyle, and Collinsville still at it.
Go
Scheller under the glass
girl.
and off the glass for two.
Good.
Collinsville gets it back to within 4, under a minute to go. And a timeout called.
30-second timeout.
Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, that was a great look. That's a good ball movement. Got it shifted across the floor and
They were
right
doing a lot. They
inside.
were doing a lot of that in the first half. I
Yeah.
haven't seen a lot of that here in the
Yeah.
second half.
You got to get that. You got to get that defense moving. Kind of got their feet stuck right now, and so get them moving and get them off center.
So the Kahoks with a 10-point lead up in Alton after 3. We're about a couple of ticks less than a minute from heading to quarter number 4 ourselves. So both games are almost right on time with each other. Almost. Belleville East will be the opponent here Tuesday night. We'll have boys action for you. I still haven't figured out if I'm going to be able to do the JV game or not that night. I'll figure it out by Monday and let everybody know. But Saturdays are free now, so I'll be doing the JV and the varsity game here every Saturday. Coach Billy's going to join us whenever she can. And I might need to start looking for some volunteers to operate the camera.
Yeah, because I
got Rob Mitchell, but every time Kristen plays, he can't do it.
What is that an excuse, Rob Mitchell?
Yeah, it
don't
is. I think
understand.
so. Can't do two things at once.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. Listen, I'm learning here.
We're just kidding, Rob. We love you. Here is a drive cutting into the paint. No good, but the rebound belongs to Alton and Gorey. And then Gorey gets the ball out to Wallace. Wallace, she'll try to move into the paint, but referee says there's a foul on the floor first. And foul number 6 coming up against Collinsville. This one's going to go against Astasia Bush. And it'll be her second. So one more foul, and the Lady Redbirds are shooting free throws. And there's still just 40 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Number 20, Katie Bardwell.
Katie Bardwell checks into the game for the first time for Collinsville. She is a 5'8" freshman.
I've heard good things about this kid.
Here's Wallace. Wallace gives it up for Snipes. Snipes directing traffic out there. Backs it all the way up into the slot near the midcourt Kahawk logo. Over onto the far sideline. That's Patterson. 20 seconds left to play here in this quarter. Patterson, that's a travel, man. Come on.
Yeah. How many steps do we give him this time?
I counted 3.
Well, at least.
Man.
Bailed her out with a bad foul.
Megan Jansen picks up her third foul. All 3 fouls have come here in this third quarter. Yeah, that was, man, you're not allowed to hop.
Megan, I don't even think Megan was in there. She's walking around with her hands up like it wasn't me.
In basketball, you're allowed a hop and a skip, not a hop, skip, and a jump.
Right. Right, that's called triple jump.
Yeah.
Megan's still saying, hey, I wasn't anywhere near it.
I wasn't anywhere near it. They're going to call it on Guerrero.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed it to Guerrero.
Okay.
All right, here is Patterson, and Patterson's first free throw won't fall in. Scheller and Doyle will check back in, and the varsity debut of Katie Bardwell did not last very long. She's already going back to the bench.
She's going to get time. She's she's a good little player. I've like I said, I've heard some good things about her.
Patterson at the free throw line. Her team up by 4, now make it 5. 31-26, 15 seconds to play here in the third. Into the corner it goes for Jansen. Nice bluff. Baseline drive, and she's fouled by Orr, and that is going to be the 4th on Orr.
Redbirds foul number 21, Tayan Orr. That's her 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Collinsville has already committed 7 fouls here in this third quarter. Here is an inbound pass that immediately goes to Scheller, turns around, and gives it up now for Jansen, and she double dribbles.
Coming back in the game for the Redbirds, number 25, Savannah McMurray.
Savannah McMurray checks back into the game for Orr. 6.1 seconds. That's how much time Alton has to drive the length of the court. They want to add to their 5-point lead. Inbound pass comes in to Snipes. 3 seconds left. Oh, underneath the basket by herself, and an easy 2 points for Savannah McMurtry, and that makes it 33-26 after the third quarter. So the Kahoks have some work to do.
Yeah,
quarter number 4.
Got to learn from that. That's for sure.
do. Quarter number 4 will be coming your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Well, we're trying to get the Sweet Caroline, but there's just not enough people in here to pick up the chorus.
It's hard, you know.
I know.
I can't do everything.
I know.
Todd, I just can't.
We're underway in quarter number 4. Collinsville outscored in that third quarter 17-6. And now trailed by 7. Alton with the ball, and no longer do they have the ball after the Redbirds' 14th turnover of the game. Here is Guerrero. Guerrero into the corner for Riley Doyle for 3. Rolls
Riley.
Across. Man, we just cannot buy.
That's a good look. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
it
a
was.
good look. She's got to take those.
Here is
Ella will take
Guerrero
it.
for
Come on,
3. No good. And another rebound up for grabs, and this time it belongs to Alton. They get the ball up, and wide open is Wallace all by herself, but can't get it to go in. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in. Well, 35-26, 9-point lead now for Alton. As we have entered the fourth quarter of play, 7:21 left to play. There's already a timeout as Coach Moore was not happy with that start in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2 times you're getting beat on defense, and I know he's talked to him about it, and you just can't play that way. You got to get back. You got to hustle.
Can't buy a 3-point shot here, and they're on clearance today.
Absolutely, we're struggling to get the ball to drop. And like I said 1,000 times, I'll say it, continue to say it. These kids can shoot 3. It's not like it's foreign for them.
Quick timeout. And Collinsville will try to regroup here. Kahoks led by 3 after 1. They led by 4 at half, and a 17-6 third quarter by Alton led to a 7-point deficit at the end of 3, and that is now a 9-point deficit. Here is Jansen. Megan Jansen brings it up top of the key, gives it up now, and back right to Jansen. Jansen, far side, and that one is picked off by Alton, but they can't contain it and keep it going. So a very quick exchange of turnovers. We'll give the ball right back to Collinsville. Emma Rabashishki is in there. Did I get that right? I got it? Okay.
You got it.
Here's Jansen into the corner for the aforementioned Emma. And here's Merlack from in front of the free throw line. Takes the shot, one bounce, can't get it to fall in. Hit the rim twice and still wouldn't go. And then Alton travels and will give the ball right back to Collinsville. So giving them opportunities here, just got to capitalize. Jordan Gary and Jenna Scheller check back into the game.
You know, there are just times when the lid doesn't come off, and it takes one shot for it to happen. And
here's Givens with a 3. There it is!
That a girl.
First time in 15 tries that Collinsville has sunk a 3-point basket today. Now they're going to get a turnover and jump ball call. Possession arrow in favor of Kahoks. Yes, they will get that turnover.
There you go. Little spark. Just need a little spark.
35-29 after that big 3-point shot by Oriana Givens. 6.5 minutes to go, so plenty of time. No need to rush and cause turnovers. Oh, like that. See, I opened my mouth.
Yeah, it's
Insert foot.
It's okay.
Open my mouth, insert basketball. Both teams probably have way too many turnovers than they would like. Collinsville with 15, Alton with 17.
Wow.
Inbound pass comes in to Snipes from Gorey. Snipes brings it up across the midcourt stripe. 6:20 to play here in this fourth quarter. Over to Gorey. Gorey. Into the deeper left wing area, and a three-pointer.
That looked good from the time it left her hand.
Sure
Golly.
did. Wallace hits a three-point shot, and they got that three right back. Here is Jansen out to Jordan Gary. Gary over on the far side for Riley Doyle. Doyle stuck over there on the left wing, and now back to Jordan. And underneath for Scheller. Scheller couldn't get it to go, gets her own rebound, and then gets kind of mugged underneath, but no call, and there's another turnover by Alton. Well, I got to tell you, the Lady Redbirds are helping the cause out here for the Collinsville Kahoks, but only 3 points thus far here for Collinsville on that three-point shot by Givens, and that's all they've scored in this quarter so far, after only scoring 6 in the entire third quarter. Here's another three-point try. That one swoops right across the rim, so Wallace couldn't connect on back-to-back three-point shots. Collinsville picks up the rebound, and the Kahoks bring it back up. Here's Jansen into the corner now for Doyle. Head fake, pulls it up, takes a shot, can't get it to go. Falls down right into the hands of Alton, and an outlet pass for Wallace. She'll pull up, take the shot, and get it for 2.
Yeah, so far that's how they're beating us. They're beating us just by throwing the ball down the floor and scoring layups, and we got to be able to.
There you go.
That great look. That's what we need to do. That's how we counter it.
Back to a 9-point game. 5 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. And over onto the wing, the shooting star right now, Wallace, and she'll head to the free throw line after a blocking foul is going to be handed out to Givens. No, they're going to call it against Jansen. That's her fourth. Oh, third.
Third.
Yeah. That's right. I gave her that one, and they switched it over to Guerrero. That's right. Timeout on the floor. We will keep it right here. It's a 9-point game. Redbirds of Alton lead 40-31. 4:48 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Well, we told you earlier about the history. Collinsville 37-3 over the last 21 years against Alton, which makes you wonder, when was the last loss? Well, that was at Alton on December of 2017, a 64-60 setback by the Alton Lady Redbirds of your Kahoks.
That
sure
was
you remember.
An overtime.
Yeah.
It was an overtime. I absolutely remember that, and it was, honestly, it was one of those wins that you kind of needed to shake you up a little bit, and it shook us up.
Sometimes you need a shake-up.
Right.
And Collinsville needs to kind of shake things up right here, right now, because they are trailing by 9 with 4:48. Plenty of time. James Gurley down there doing the hammer time dance. You see that?
I might have to.
Yeah.
Get the film on him. Yeah. No. They need to. Again, they're capable. These kids are capable. They just got to settle in and figure themselves out. There he goes.
There he goes.
There he goes. Go get him, Mr. Gurley.
Well, it's nice to see people, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I haven't seen Mr. Gurley. Alex Paz is here doing his camera thing, too. I haven't seen any of these people since February of last year.
Forever.
All right, we're back to action. And at the free throw line, it is Wallace. Wallace, her first trip to the charity stripe here in this half, and she hits it. She's caught a little fire here in this second half. She led her team with 7 at the end of the first half of play, and she now has 17 points. So 10 coming here in this second half. She misses on the second one. There's Scheller with the rebound. 10-point game. Collinsville trailing by 10. There's Givens. And into the paint. Nice.
That a girl.
And gets the little fingertip roll well.
Doing a good job today.
So Collinsville cuts it down to 8. And a turnover.
Caught it on her hip.
Yeah. So, Kahoks will get a chance to dent that lead a little bit more. Pass comes into the backcourt for Jordan Gary. 4.5 left to play here in quarter number 4. Here is Givens across the court for Riley Doyle. Doyle lines up a 3. Oh, just rolls across the rim.
Good
Rebound
board,
belongs
Stas.
to Bush. Out to Jordan Gary. Gary.
Good look.
Oh, underneath the Scheller.
There
Yes!
we go. Great look inside.
Collinsville gets this back to within 6. 4:05 left to play here in quarter number 4. Here is Gorey. Gorey over to this side for Snipes. Snipes dribbles over onto the wing. And a foul going to be handed out to Oriana Givens. I believe that's her first. 5'8" senior. Why don't I remember her name?
Who?
Oriana Givens. She's a senior, right?
Yeah, she played.
I don't remember.
She played. She didn't dress varsity last year.
Oh, okay.
She had a year where she was injured, and so we didn't see her much. But yeah,
Needed a maintenance year.
she needed a maintenance year. She's a great kid.
Back up to the free throw line, Wallace, and a miss and a rebound by Astasia Bush. Here it is to Guerrero. Back over to Gary. Guerrero, baseline, has that ball stuffed by Orr. And while she stuffed her, Guerrero stepped out of bounds.
Like I said, Ella's got to get used to varsity basketball.
Ricky Merlack checks back in.
She's played a lot of basketball in her. She'll figure it out real quick.
6-point lead by Alton. 3:35 left to play here in this fourth quarter, so still time. Cross-court pass over here on the wing now for Ragland. Into the corner for Patterson. Ragland gets it back. Cuts right through, and a foul coming up. This one's going to go against Jenna Scheller.
Mm-hmm. Although, just because she's tall doesn't mean it's automatically a foul. Ooh.
No, they're not going to give it to her.
Gave it against Stas.
Wow. I thought that Scheller kind of hiked her thigh up there to block the player, and that's what they were going to call. Wallace back at the free throw line. Good.
We don't want to put her at the line.
No.
She's not the one we want to see.
For the Kahoks, number 35, Oriana Givens.
Excuse me, that is not Wallace. That is Ragland. She hits the first or the second of them. And 43-35 is the lead for Alton. 3:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Givens. Givens trying to go into the paint. No good. Taken out of her hands by Snipes, but Snipes couldn't hold on to it. Inbound pass coming in from Givens. Finds Jordan Gary for 3. It rolls across the rim. There's Astasia Bush with another rebound, though. And Jordan Gary shovels it back over to Givens. Givens back to Gary. Gary across the way for Bush. Bush just inside the perimeter, takes the shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Alton once again. Alton headmans it up for Orr. Orr. And she's fouled by Jordan Gary, and Jordan doesn't like that call at all. She was swiping at the ball, and that was it. Jordan Gary will pick up foul number 3.
Number 25, Jordan Gary.
At the free throw line for the first time tonight is Tayan Orr.
At the line for 2 shots.
8-point lead for Alton. Orr shooting 2, hits the first one.
Number 10, Megan Jansen coming back in for Collinsville.
Jansen comes back in for Jordan Gary. And one more shot coming for Orr. That one rims out.
Gonna have to do it again. Yeah, gotta shoot it again.
Lane violation?
Yeah.
Second chance here for Orr to hit her second free throw. And it's good.
Free throw is good for Tayan Orr.
Boys won 61-40.
Good job, boys.
Here is Givens. Givens had that ball blocked. Collinsville turns the ball over again, and it turns into 2 points for Ragland. Here is Megan Jansen. Jansen trying to get out of Orr's way, and Orr does a pretty good job on the defensive side. 3-point shot for
Atta
Guerrero.
girl.
There you go.
First 3 points as a high school varsity basketball player. That a girl. I knew it would come.
A timeout on the floor. We will step aside for just a moment as well. Back in a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Todd Duke, Lori Billy back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Glad you're with us on a Saturday afternoon as we are getting ready for a little snow action here in this part of the world. And then we are going to get ready to be put into the deep freeze for about a week. I am not looking forward to that.
No, I'm not either.
I cannot stand cold weather.
Especially this time of year.
I know.
Give it to me when it's December.
I don't like February.
Yeah.
It is the shortest month, but it feels like the longest month every year.
It does.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at some single-digit temperatures next week. I think they said by Friday morning we're going to wake up and it's going to be -4. That's without the wind chill factor.
That's not good.
No. Another foul here. This one belongs to Ella Guerrero. That's her third. We are well past the 10th team foul. We hit that mark in the third quarter. And Collinsville trailing 47-38 with 2:19 left to play here in quarter number 3. Scheller will check back in, and out goes Jansen. And another free throw coming up for Renee Ragland. That one's no good. 47-38. Collinsville with the rebound. K-Hawks bring it back up. Here's Jordan Gary into the corner. 3-point shot. That one hits the corner of the backboard. Comes right back down for Collinsville, though. And the K-Hawks try it again. And Jenna Scheller gets 2 points, and she'll go to the line to try to turn it into 3.
Atta girl.
Right now it's a 7-point game. Redbirds are up 47-40. 2:01 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Jenna Scheller to the free throw line for the first time here this afternoon.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
First time for her. That's unbelievable.
And she's out there with 18 points, all 2-point baskets. Scheller, if she can get this one shot, she'll make it a 6-point game, which will be a 2-possession contest. Can't get it. Rebound belongs to Bush, though. Collinsville with a chance to dent that lead even farther. Out front it goes to Gary, over to Bush. Bush across the way back here to Guerrero, and then a push as Jenna Scheller's triple team down there underneath the basket. One of the girls pushed her.
They're throwing 3 people on her, so we got to figure that out.
That's Drina Snipes picks up her third foul. Or excuse me, second. I'll listen to Chad Burgess instead of trusting my own ink. Inbound pass coming in from Jordan Gary. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Jordan looking for and now finding Guerrero. Guerrero immediately dribbles into the paint, has that stuffed right back into her face. A pass up for Wallace, and Wallace can't make it fall, and now K-Hawks getting knocked on their butts and no whistles on the play. But Alton ends up with the ball, and out front it goes to Wallace. Wallace drives in the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Whistle will stop the action with 1:27 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trailing 47-40.
Yeah, you could see Jordan there. She really pulled back off of that. She knew she probably just should have stood there and got a foul she didn't need.
Fourth foul for Jordan Gary. And back to the free throw line, it is Wallace. Wallace hits. Scheller, Givens, Doyle, all checked back in. Merlack, Gary, Guerrero back to the bench. Putting the rebounders in there.
Absolutely. Getting your bigs in.
And Wallace hits both. That's exactly what she needed to do for her team, but not exactly what Collinsville wanted to see happen.
Not at all.
Here's Jansen over to Doyle. Back to Jansen, 1:20 left to play, and there's a turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but when you're down by 9 with 1:17 left to go, that's not a good time for a turnover.
And number 15, Ricky Merlin.
Got a timeout.
Another timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKsports.com and the Kahoks Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahoks Sports Network and KHOKsports.com.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Kahoks with the ball, 1:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Shot right off the inbound pass, no good. And the rebound belongs to Alton. Alton brings it up. Here's Wallace. She's had a pretty good afternoon and tries to follow her own rebound and instead pushes it out of bounds. So Collinsville will get the ball back, trailing by 9. 55.1 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Riley Doyle checks back in. Megan Jansen will come out. Inbound pass comes into Jordan Gary. Gary, front of the scorer's table. Moves it up across the line, being defended well there, and a bounce pass into Givens, and count it.
Good move.
Givens slices through the paint and picks up a foul in the process, so back to a 7-point game, a chance to make it a 6-point game here for Givens. She is 1 for 2 this afternoon from the charity stripe. Collinsville breathes life once again.
It's not over till
you hear that.
Yeah, that. I was going to say Fat Lady Sings because I'm not going to sing today. But.
You're not fat either, girl. Givens at the line and can't connect.
Might be ours.
Oh, it's still white ball.
Still us, huh?
Okay. I think she had a toe on that purple when she smacked that ball right off of the leg, and
it was already out of bounds, I guess.
So Collinsville with a chance to dent that 7-point lead. 41.5 seconds left. Jordan Gary will trigger the inbound pass underneath of her own basket, and will do so over to Givens. Givens, far sideline on the left wing, picks up her dribble, gives to Jansen, who slings it in there to Scheller. Scheller, she's double teamed.
Triple.
Bounces it back out to Jansen. She'll take the shot, gets it to fall.
Yeah, they're triple in general right now. They're throwing 3 girls down.
Megan Jansen gets Collinsville back to within 5. We have a timeout on the floor, and we'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the area. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials, including patio service and curbside pickup. Get yourself a bottle or a growler to go, or dine on their patio where you can hear live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget about Old Herald's open mic night the second and last Tuesday of every month. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or call 855-8027.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 29.8 seconds to go. Collinsville trails by 5, trying to get the ball back, trying to commit a foul. And, you know, you call fouls all afternoon long, and then you slap somebody on the hip and you don't call it?
Yeah. We're actually trying to foul in
I know.
this situation.
Yeah. It's funny how that works out. All right, foul did work, and it's going to go against Jordan Gary, and Jordan Gary is gone for the afternoon. That is her 5th foul. And to the free throw line, it is going to be Adrena Snipes. Snipes 0 for 2 from the free throw line here this afternoon, so that bodes well for Kahawk fans. 24.7 seconds left. Collinsville trails by 5. Snipes misses. Kahawks need another miss and a rebound. Next one. That one's good. Collinsville gets the ball. They trail by 2 possessions. It's a 6-point game with 20 seconds left. Up to Givens. Givens has that ball swatted away, and out of bounds it goes by Patterson. That swatting the ball away took a couple of more seconds off the clock as well.
Yeah. Got to work on that pump fake and pass fake and get the ball where you want it. Look what they're doing to Jenna already.
Yeah.
I mean, they're keeping her out of it.
Givens for 3. No good.
Nope.
I don't know why she just didn't let that ball go. It was going out of bounds, and it was an air ball. So Collinsville still has a little bit of life left, but only 11.2 seconds worth of life.
Got to hit a shot and call a timeout.
Yep.
Try to steal the ball.
All right. Here is young Miss Ella Guerrero. She'll inbound. Does so all the way out into the wrong hands, and that's pretty much going to do it here tonight, folks, as banking that one off the glass is Renee Ragland. You know, there's only 3 secons left. Here is Jansen at the buzzer. Heaves up a 3-point shot and almost got it.
Bless her heart, almost.
52-44. Collinsville falls here this afternoon to the Alton Lady Redbirds. And we are going to step aside and we bring you into the post-game show. It'll be an abbreviated show since we don't have any interviews to pass along, but nevertheless, you will have a post-game show, and it's being brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. They're located at 517 West Clay Street. Right now, it's all about Valentine's Day, guys. Not a lot of time left. 1 week from tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so if you haven't figured it out yet, give Cullip Jennings a call, 344-0404, or online at cullipjennings.com. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Do you have a big project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking and Excavating can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals, and they specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking and Excavating can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking and Excavating. Check out their website at petrofftrucking.com or call 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking and Excavating, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium in Collinsville. I turned up the wrong knob. Todd Duke and Lori Billy back with you. Final score, Collinsville drops this one 52 to 44. Boys won 61 to 40. The girls JV game, they did win by a score of 38 to 29. And we'll pass along some stats to you after we let Lori Billy get out of here. Your thoughts on the First Lady Kahoks basketball game without you being the head coach?
I'm torn in that, I've got that itch to want to be there and go in locker room, but Coach Moore's going to do just a fine job with these kids. And like I said at the start of the game, these are sophomores and freshmen mostly that are on the floor that are playing right now, and they've got to learn how to play varsity basketball, and they're going to be fine. Tonight, was probably a good night for them to figure out what they have to do and how they have to adjust to be able to win games.
Yeah, because they were leading in the first half,
yeah.
and the second half just got away from them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just is a matter of really just the exposure that they need. They've got to have that exposure at the varsity level. And some kids think, I'm playing AAU ball and I'm out playing as much as I can, select and all around the area, but actually getting on that varsity floor and playing it's a whole new world. So they'll be fine. They're going to need to, they're needing some practice time. They haven't had that either. So they get all that under their belts and get a few games in them, and they'll be okay.
All right, now we'll let you get out of here. You're going to join us again next Saturday, right?
I should be here next Saturday, yeah.
Thank
you.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's Lori Billy, the former Lady Kahawk head coach, joining us here, a little color commentator, plus she was on the camera, plus she was having a church meeting, too, so she was very multitasking over here. Here's a look at your numbers for you. Leading scorer in this game was Jermiah Wallace, from Alton. She had 19 points after having just 7 in that first half. After that, it was Renee Ragland with 11 for Alton, the only 2 that scored into double digits. 7 points belonged to Kalia Gorey, 5 points for Jamelia Patterson. Also, Tayan Orr had 5 points, and then 3 points for Adrena Snipes and 2 for Savannah McMurray. For Collinsville, they were led in points by Jenna Schellers, 18. Not far behind was Oriana Given. She had 10 points. 6 points belonged to Megan Jansen. And then 3 points each for Astasia Bush, Jordan Gary, and Ella Guerrero. Battle of the boards. Collinsville barely won that one. 27 rebounds to Alton's 26. The turnovers were just as close. Alton had 1 more turnover than Collinsville. Redbirds had 20. Collinsville had 19. The Stripes were not very kind to Collinsville, especially from the three-point stripe. They hit 2 3-pointers late in the game and ended up going 2 for 21 from beyond the three-point stripe, while Alton also hit 2 3-pointers, but they made theirs after only trying 9 times. Free throw line, well, that was really the killer. Collinsville only had 1 more free throw shot in that second half and missed it. So after an 8 for 13 performance in the first half, they ended up 8 for 14 overall. But the Collinsville Lady Kahoks, they were on the foul train there for a while, and they handed out way too many of them, as the Alton Lady Redbirds were 5 of 11 from the free throw line in the first half and ended up going 16 of 31 in the second half. So a lot of trips to the free throw line for Alton in that second half. Started off nice. Collinsville was winning after one quarter of play, 9-6. They took that 3-point lead, turned it into a 4-point lead after they outscored Alton 11-10 in the second quarter, and it was 20-16 in favor of Collinsville after one half of play. Then things kind of fell apart. Collinsville got outscored 17-6 in that third quarter, and Alton ended up taking a 7-point lead. Collinsville got a little better in the fourth quarter, only outscored 19-18, but that 7-point lead was a little bit too far of a lead to make up, and Collinsville could only give up just one more point on that and ended up being an 8-point loss. So that's it for our first game in 332 days. I hope you enjoyed it. Have yourselves the rest of your weekend. Hope everything is fun and fantastic as much as it can be during a pandemic such as we're in. And we'll be back Tuesday night. Still haven't figured out if we're going to do JV and varsity in the boys' home opener against Belleville East, but we will be here. So until next Tuesday night, for Lori Billy, my name is Todd Duke, and everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your weekend.